couple of months ago, someone in my Twitch chat complained that Titan Quest is unbalanced because most masteries are not viable for speedruns. But how do all masteries compare when it comes to Typhon speedruns? The strats for the Rune mastery and the Earth mastery have been explored in the past, but the other masteries did not get that much attention until now. Over the last months I did runs with every mastery. With some of them I only did a few runs. Other masteries got more attention, but generally I tried to get an adequate run with every one of them. And I think I got a good idea of how well all masteries perform. You can expect 11 videos in which I will explain the strategy with every mastery and put them into a tier list, taking into consideration speed and difficulty. By the way, this would be a great time to make predictions as to where the masteries will rank. The Rune run being number 1 on this list is no surprise, and the method is well refined at this point. If you want to watch the full run without any commentary, check the description. We start with the Rune of Life and the Runic Mines, beating Nessos at level 4. The Crown of the Dead gives a good amount of money, but we will not use it in this run. Back in Sparta we get the Reps of Travel with 13% movement speed. With the extra skill point from Leonidas we take the Sacred Rage and increase it to the 4th stage on level 5. From now on we'll be trying to always stay in the Sacred Rage range for that movement speed bonus. We have enough money to buy a Scroll of Arcane Power, which adds 15 elemental damage to all ranged attacks. That also sets us back 15,000 gold, so I only went for 4 points in the Sacred Rage before the Athens respec. Less movement speed for me. Just before Delphi there is a Shaman who willingly gives up his Staff of the Magi. Now before you tell me how incredibly lucky I am, check the run counter. This is attempt number 39. There were countless attempts where I played until just before the Gorgon fight, just to reset because I didn't get the staff. For the Gorgon fight I used the Scroll of Arcane Power. It harmonizes very well with the Thunderstrike, so this fight is a bit quicker than without a scroll. But is it worth it? Probably not. It was a nice idea, but having 8% more movement speed and reduced recharge is better than the few seconds you saved during that Gorgon fight. Anyways, the target is still to reach level 9 on entering Athens. Then we go to the Mystic for a big respec. Only 1 point in the Rune of Life and 1 in the Sacred Rage remain. We can then use another little trick by maxing the Sacred Rage before undoing the skill point selection to get loads of movement speed for the Catacombs. Dangerous, but much faster. If we die here or click the wrong button though, this run is over. Luckily that does not happen, so Alistair gets hit with the Seal of Fate a couple of times. Next up, Knossos. This is where I make sure to have a Scroll of the Breaking Wheel. Another 15,000 gold investment, which will definitely come in handy later. Reaching level 10 before the Minotaur is nice, but not required. The fight against the raging two-legged bull is made a bit quicker by the Scroll of the Breaking Wheel. After that it is Telkin time, and more Seals of Fate seal its fate. The Limoses can make this fight longer than it normally should be, but by making sure that they get hit by the Seal of Fate, we can deny the Telkin their healing. And with the Telkin being dead, we are done in Greece. Now you might have noticed that I bought every available Scroll of the Breaking Wheel. That is something I started doing lately, incorporating the scrolls in any battle in which they could be useful. But for now, we have to crawl into the library of Fracotis. The Scarab is also no big deal with the Seal of Fate. I think you might see a pattern emerging, but there is no huge benefit in using a Breaking Wheel here. Next in line is the legendary Scorpid that gives 2 additional skill points, but the fight here is short enough so I do not have to waste a scroll. After Memphis we have to collect the Hand of Balance and the Eye of Chaos. I like to start with Hand of Balance, so we have to kill the Walking Stones and the Great Sphinx first. They can deflect the seals, but are too slow to really be a threat, so the fight is more tedious than it is dangerous. Nehab Cow is next on our naughty list, and he is one of the melee fighters that are susceptible to the Scroll of the Breaking Wheel. With the Hand of Balance and the Eye of Chaos, we can continue to the Tome of Ramses, where the second of the 3 Telkins is hiding. Watch out for the sunbeams, stay in Sacred Rage, place seals, you know the drill. Then the Sand Wraith Lord, who is taking a few hits from the scroll and also not posing any threat. And with him being dead, we can continue to the east. In the fight against the Chimera, we can use another Scroll of the Breaking Wheel. The Chimera has a huge hitbox and gets hit a few times, and we still have enough scrolls for the rest of the run. The traps and the fire breath of the Chimera can deal a lot of damage, so we have to be swift during this fight. One more thing on the way to Chang'an that I want to show you is this dash, using a ranged weapon and the Thunderstrike skill. Just before the Demon Bull, we visit the old home of the Hermit Mage, where we almost get flatlined by our good old friend Yunshan. Then the Raging Four-Legged Bull. Another opportunity to place the Scroll of the Breaking Wheel, some more seals and the bull is defeated. This is another dangerous fight. The bull can deal vicious physical and bleeding damage with its gore dance, and the fire attacks are not to be underestimated either. Under the Wuzao, we fight against the third Tailkeen. Unfortunately, there is no shrine before the fight, so it takes a bit longer than if we had a Shrine of Mastery or even a battle marker. You can maneuver your way in and out of Sacred Rage with the Tailkeen standard attack. One of them deals just over 300 damage, so you can calculate your remaining health quite easily. Last section, the Olymp. And this is where this run loses some time. The Limoses hit us with their slow attack, and we end up dying twice on the way to the first fountain. Then once again on a stun from the Master Automatoys, and almost a fourth time to the Stun Boys and the Minotaurs. The fight against Typhon is decent, we take him down to half health in just about 20 seconds, but after that I struggled a bit to hit him consistently. I was out of Sacred Range for a long time, missed some seals towards the end, and all that means we end this rune run with a time of 105.03. Unsurprisingly, the mastery used in the current world record ranks in S tier. I would call this run a moderately difficult run, although you can adjust the difficulty in both ways by choosing to be a bit more or less aggressive with the Sacred Rage. We were at level 15 for the fight against Typhon, but to be fair, every level after 13 does not matter too much. As long as we have the full Seal of Fate, full Sacred Rage, a Rune of Life and a Thunderstrike, we're good to go. This run had a Staff of the Magi, but everything else is not special at all. No Sandal, no other damage bonus, so the rune run definitely has potential for more. But I'm quite happy with this one, and I'm looking forward to fill the tier list with more entries. Next up, Earth.